The unit circle and trigonometric functions. First, let's try to define what is a unit circle. A unit circle is a circle whose radius is 1, and the equation of this circle is x squared plus y squared equal to 1. Because we know the standard equation of any circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal r squared, but here we have the center as the origin and the radius as 1. So that's why the equation of this circle is x squared plus y squared equal 1. And this will give us an important trigonometric identity, which is sine squared plus cosine squared equal 1. Now we have 6 trigonometric functions, and these are their abbreviation. We have the sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, and cosecant, and secant. And we're going to see how we define each one in trigonometry. So first, we're going to take a right triangle in our unit circle as such. So for the sine of the angle we took, we define sine as opposite over hypotenuse. And the opposite here, we have it as x, and the hypotenuse as 1, because we are taking it in the unit circle. The cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is y over 1. The tangent is sine over cosine, and in this case is x over y. Cotangent is 1 over tangent. So we just flip the tangent and we're going to get y over x. The cosecant, we define the cosecant as 1 over sine, and we have the sine of the angle is x, so that's 1 over x, while the secant is 1 over cosine, and in this case is going to be 1 over y. How do we calculate trigonometric functions according to the trig circle? The x coordinate always represent the cosine function, while the sine is represented by the y coordinate. So let's see the first example. If I want sine pi over 6, first let's locate where's pi over 6 on the trig circle. Notice that the sine is half, while the cosine is square root 3 over 2. Let's take another angle, 5 pi over 4. Let's try to locate this angle on the trig circle. So 5 pi over 4 is here. So the sine is negative square root 2 over 2, and the cosine is also negative square root 2 over 2. Let's take another angle, which is 0. So the sine of 0 is 0, while the cosine of 0 is 1. Let's take another angle, which is pi over 2. And notice that sine pi over 2 is 1, while cosine pi over 2 is 0. Another example is we need to find the 6 functions of 7 pi over 6. So 7 pi over 6 is located here. So the sine is the y coordinate, which is negative half, and the cosine is the x coordinate, which is negative square root 3 over 2. Now the tangent is defined as sine over cosine. So we're going to have negative half over negative square root 3 over 2, and the answer is going to be 1 over square root of 3. The cotangent is the reciprocal of the tangent, so the answer is square root of 3. The cosecant is the reciprocal of the sine, so that's going to be the reciprocal of negative half, which is negative 2. And the secant is going to be the reciprocal of the cosine, which is going to be the reciprocal of this quantity here, is going to be negative 2 over square root of 3. That is why these are called the reciprocal identities.